Please be seated. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Yale School of Music's 129th Commencement. And join me again in expressing our appreciation to the brass ensemble. It's a joyous occasion we celebrate today, gathering in Sprague Hall for the first time in 2 years to celebrate our graduates in person. I want to welcome also our live stream audience throughout the world. We welcome you to Sprague Hall to join us on this wonderful event. I said to the members of the classes of 2020 and 21 last week, getting to this moment for all of you, students, parents, loved ones, staff, faculty, for all of us, has been quite a journey. But to be here today to celebrate with you is really a wonderful occasion, and we join the graduates and all of you who are surrounding them with our welcome. And I'm going to invite our audience to applaud our graduating class. As is our tradition, I am going to welcome our colleague and Director of Equity, Belonging, and Student Life, Albert Lee, to the podium to lead us in our invocation.
Eternal Spirit, divine essence, gracious Lord, as we gather today to celebrate those whose perseverance has brought them to this new beginning in their lives, renew our collective resolve to seek your eternal light even when darkness seems to dominate, to pursue love and justice for all humankind even when personal gain is more expedient, and to simply do right because it's right. May your good and perfect gift that manifests in, through, and as the Yale School of Music class of 2022 be offered to the world with a grace that transcends and transforms. And may the joy they feel in this moment carry them ever onward. This blessing we offer in the name of the divine presence that binds us together as one people. Amen.
Thank you. Each year, I have the distinct honor of recognizing current and graduating students for their excellence. At our recent honors banquet, which, like this ceremony, was held in person for the first time in 2 years, I presented awards to many students and graduates who are here with us today. Last night, the Institute of Sacred Music also presented student awards. I want to invite all of the students from the School of Music and those who are also holding joint student appointments in the Institute who have received prizes to stand and be recognized. Thank you. There are several special prizes that we award during commencement. I'm pleased to announce those at this time. The Harriet Gibbs Fox Memorial Prize, which is awarded to a student who has achieved the highest grade point average during his or first year at the School of Music, goes to Ka Young Hung, who is unable to join us today. The Horatio Parker Memorial Prize, which is given to a student selected by the faculty as best fulfilling Dean Parker's lofty musical ideals is awarded to Anna Lee, who is also unable to be with us today. Anna Lee. And the Dean's Prize, the school's highest excellence award, which is given to a member of the graduating class who is selected by the dean in consultation with the faculty. And I'm pleased to announce that the class of 2022 Dean's Prize recipient is Magdalena Kuzma. Please come forward. Today, I have the privilege and pleasure of presenting the school's Gustav Steckel Award for Excellence in Teaching. Named for Yale's first professor of music, the Steckel Award is presented to a member of the Yale School of Music faculty who, like the award's namesake, has made extraordinary contributions to the school, and in so doing, has enriched the school and enlarged the school's role in the nation's musical life. This is a very, very special award. It's not given every year, and it gives me extraordinary pleasure to award the Steckel Teaching Award to our colleague, your teacher, our friend, a remarkable artist and human being, Professor Frank Morelli. So just a few things to say about Frank. Since he asked me how it happened, I thought I'd answer, okay? First of all, it's longevity, I guess. You've been on this faculty 28 years, right? But you've done a lot more than that. In addition to Frank's work at Yale, he's taught at incredibly respected peer institutions, Juilliard, Manhattan, SUNY Stony Brook. But here's the key. And this quote came to us from you, as attributed to you at least. This is what Professor Morelli says: I believe in my students from the moment they show up, and I want them to believe in themselves the way I believe in them. And recently, one of your students, a bassoonist and a current DMA candidate, Andy Sledge, told us, working with Professor Morelli has been a process of simplifying and building confidence. He believes in you. He's ready to advocate for you. And he always reminds you, you're not here for me. I'm here for you. Well said, Andy. Frank brings to his work as an artist and a teacher a profound humility. You'll hear that and sense that when we hear him perform on the musique later. Join me again in congratulating Professor Frank Morelli. As I said earlier, it's really wonderful to be together in Sprague Hall to celebrate your graduation. The School of Music graduates of 2022 share the legacy of pursuing your advanced degrees during a devastating global pandemic. Your families, friends, and loved ones, along with the YSM faculty and staff who surround you in this hall, heighten the poignant meaning and joy of this day. Your presence here, especially when considering the daunting impediments that have intruded on your musical pursuits and careers, is telling evidence of your commitment and testimony to music's strong grasp around your hearts. What is our hope for ourselves and society? The world we inhabited 3 years ago seems totally upside down, but we could also say that about many times in the past. How do we rediscover and reimagine our voices in the new normal, whatever that is? Numb from anxiety and fatigue, we still must summon what resilience is left in us so that we can make choices that reveal our values as a person and as an artist. Our art must tell the truth about us, the truth about society, and the truth about our planet. Your job is to repair and heal this broken world. How is this possible, you ask, when telling the truth appears to be optional for all, and a privileged few have a ravenous addiction for power and wealth that has no regard at all for sanctity of life? What can our voices, lifted together, do to pierce the evil of racial discrimination and dehumanization of women, both vile and horrific conditions born of ignorance and fear? Leonard Bernstein's thoughts and words are prescient for us, and he says, "The point is, art never stopped a war and never got anybody a job. That was never its function. Art cannot change events, but it can change people. It can affect people so that they are changed, because people are changed by art, enriched, ennobled, encouraged. They may act in a way that may affect the course of events by the way they vote, they behave, and the way they think." Several signposts on our journeys give direction. They inform choices. The first is to have a plan that addresses your goals, one that has purpose and direction. As Mary Oliver says, "What is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life?" I recall the story of the late revered actor Jack Lemmon, wrestling with the necessity of having to tell his dearly beloved father that he would not be taking over the family plumbing business. "Son," his father said, "I love this business. I would rather work on a pipe and have a wrench in my hand every day more than any other job in the world." If you love acting that much, you have no choice. You've got to be an actor. Such commitment, however, carries a concomitant responsibility to self. That responsibility that we each have to ourselves is forgiveness. Simply accepting who we are and who we are not. Forgiveness is the will and the courage to move forward. Seek balance. Assume risks and avoid extremes. Care for your career and your personal life. And listen attentively with your mind and heart. Then there is the task of giving yourself to the community of humankind. Only when your innermost needs are met can you share your values in life with others and ask for nothing in return. Elegantly framed and strategically placed at the entrance to the large instrumental hall at a major university is this African proverb: "If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. The reality is that all of us are on these journeys together. At times we must move fast, even ahead of others, but we are never alone. The sacred spirits of those who loved and cared for us, for those who came before us in this very hall, the people surrounding us at this graduation are here with them because of the shared journey with you. The extended Yale family, now your family when the president conferred these degrees, welcomes you. The abundant experiences that each of us encounters cause the words of Ulysses to echo. I am a part of all that I have met. And again, I turn to the beloved poet Mary Oliver, who speaks to us. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert, repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination. Call to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. An unknown author wrote of lessons to be learned from the geese. As a small boy, I recall lying on my back in the front yard, looking at the clouds and watching flocks of geese fly south as autumn began. I saw precision, beauty, and power, but I was too young to understand these profound lessons, and I share them with you as you go forth. From an unknown author, Lessons from the Geese. Fact. As each bird flaps its wings by flying in a V formation, the whole flock adds 71% additional flying range than if each bird flew alone. Lesson. People who share a common direction and a sense of community can get where they are going quicker and easier because they are traveling on the trust of each other. Fact. Whenever a goose falls out of formation, it quickly gets back into formation to take advantage of the lifting power of the birds immediately in front. Lesson. If we have as much sense as a goose, we will step in formation with those who are headed where we want to go. Fact. When the lead goose gets tired, it rotates back into the formation, and another goose flies at the point position. Lesson. It pays to take turns doing the hard task and sharing leadership, interdependent with each other. Fact. The geese in formation honk from behind to encourage those up front to keep up their speed. Lesson. We need to make certain our honking from behind is encouraging, not something less helpful. Fact. When a goose gets sick or wounded or shot down, 2 geese drop out of the formation and follow to help and protect. They stay until the goose is either able to fly again or dies. If we have as much sense as the geese, we'll stand by each other and give our love and support to those in need. The difference you will make, the difference that we will make in the fabric of society is not just what we do. Much of the impact results from how we do it. That is another choice. In Lewis Carroll's book, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Alice is totally lost. And she approaches the Cheshire Cat and asks, "Which way ought I to go?" The Cheshire Cat replied, "First, I must know which way you want to go." Alice said, I don't really know. It doesn't really matter." And the cat wisely answered, "Then it doesn't really matter which way you go." Another choice. In closing, I encourage you to live your life fully, with courage, passion, compassion, and a sure sense of direction. Those choices are yours, and we wish you much success. Thank you. So we come now to the time that we've been looking forward to, and that is the presentation of our diplomas. We'll begin first with the Doctor of Musical Arts degrees, and I want to note for everyone that you received a program with the citations. So the citations for each candidate who will be hooded this morning are with your program, and I invite you to give that your attention. I'm calling now on my colleague and our Deputy Dean, Melvin Chen, to announce the candidates for the DMA degree.
Matthew Gordon Cown. Sean Kennard. Michael Anthony Noble. Ronaldo Rolim. Dae-hee An. Julia Clancy. Rebecca Danielle Weeb Burke. Chris Oznieks. Ethan Jeremy Gordon Braun. Michael James Gilbertson. Lilia Ugay. Benjamin Albert Wallace. David Michael McNeil, Jr. Nola Louise Richardson.
As Nola comes back to her seat, I need not remind everybody this is the highest degree awarded by the School of Music, and it represents singular achievement as performers, composers, and scholars. And I want to ask all of the DMA recipients to stand and let us recognize you. Now I'll call on Dean Chen to come again as we acknowledge our next candidates.
This is for the artist diploma. Roberto Chung Granados. Yi Chen Feng.
Now we recognize the Master of Musical Arts degree recipients.
Cameron Ross Cullen. Su Min Ha. Jillian Christine Han. Alejandro Dergal. Connor David Giovanni Holland. Jacob J. Gutierrez. Zachary Abcapito Gutierrez. Salome Jordania. Aaron Cole Kurtz. Jonathan Mack. Seho Young. Carolyn Ann Craig. Ethan Mark Heyman. Jordan Stoller Costa. Nicole Grace Ho-Yun Lung. Jonghyun Park. Laureano Jose Juan Callejas. Michael Patrick Ferry. Laphe Hao. Zhongwan Huang. Unse Lee. Boyu Lee. Bingyang Lee. Wei Zhu. Harris Sho Bernstein. Adam Thomas Newman. Jonah Ellsworth. Ji-hyun Huang. Hei-in Lee. Miriam Lisp Durandish. Stephen Perkins. Sojin Kim. Zachary Murkowski. Sumin Kim. Samantha Marie Wolf. Maura Elizabeth Tuffy. Patrick George McGill.
Now we recognize the recipients of the Master of Music degree.
Jordan Lewis Roland Arbus. Rachel Elizabeth Johnstone. Danielle Soyeon Meng. Elvin Edward Schlanger. William Richard Stevens. Matthew Dean Matheny. Katya Celeste Orsorio. Ava Christina Conway. Jamie Reynolds. Joshua S. Bialkin. Benjamin Kim Dettelbach. Matthew Nicholas Rose. David Cedar. Vivian Kung. Sija Huang. Yunqing Lam. Jae-in Yu. Rachel Hannah Breen. Johanna Elizabeth Buffler. Yoon Han Gu. Simon Karakulidi. Anthony Charles Ratanoff. Hyojin Shin. Ilan Zeitman. Yunling Zhang. Theodore Rodriguez. Hon Lam Teddy Cheng. Matthew Alexander Ingwerson. Manuel Giovanni Piazza. Kai-Ying Chen. Alexander Simon Liu. Javier Jaka Ohinaga. Jonas Christopher Yude. Anna Lorena Kelly. Magdalena Kuzma. Tianpei Ai. Ayrton Koyo Pisco. Yuna Jo. Youngji Kim. Na-young Kim. In-A Lee. Jae-ming Tong. Tiffany Unjin Wee. Rebecca Emily Wager. Elizabeth Erin White. Ilana Edith Zaks. Deng Zhang. Hans Emil Solesness. Ryan Austin Sudak. Shin-Yoon Tu. Jack Frere. Lila Ruth Moretsky. Sophia Katerina Flegger. Harriet Steinke. Michael James Clifton Lukin. Sydney Tendo Sempa Mukasa. Gloria Enlin Yin. Benjamin Bay Stackhouse Farabee.
And now we recognize the candidates for certificate in performance.
Coco Melody Ma. Ayan No. Greer Addison Lyle.
All of the graduates, please stand. Let us recognize you. For many years, we have sung on die Musik at our convocation and at commencement. Today, we are continuing that tradition, and I want to thank in advance our new winner of our Steckel Teaching Award, Professor Morelli, for playing, and Professor Chin for playing the piano. They will play the piece, and we'll take the repeat. Then we will stand and join together and sing. The music is in your program. So without further ado, Professors Morelli and Chin. Thank you, Professors Morelli and Chin. What a wonderful day. We have some thank yous to say. I want to first thank our extraordinary staff for all they do to make this day possible. I know that you want to help me thank some people too. And I want to start first of all with parents of our graduates. Parents, spouses, partners. Would you please stand? The parents, spouses, partners. Grandparents, other relatives, grandparents. We have any grandparents? Come on, it's okay. Good, great. I know that our graduates and I know that everyone in this hall wants to express appreciation to our faculty. I'm going to ask the faculty to stand and let you thank them. We have lunch planned for everyone at the Graduate Club. It's next to the Adams Center. There are various places in and outside of the club where you can join with your families and friends, have lunch together. We invite you to come, to take your time, to linger. And to the class of 2022, one more thought. As you look around you, this is part of your core network. Just take a long look, because your friends, your colleagues that have gone through so much with you during your time here will take this journey the rest of your lives with you. And we all hope that it's going to be one that will give you all much joy, much success in the future. Please allow the platform party to recess, and I want to thank in advance our brass ensemble again. We will recess and we will meet you for lunch.